about escaping the now, what I was saying, that one moment seems to affect another. If I take action now, I can change something in the next moment. But what you are saying implies that one moment is completely independent of another, and that the present moment is not an accumulation of all past moments, but it doesn't feel that way. If that was true, then why do I do anything in this moment knowing that it has no effect at all? Well, just think about a computer game. The experience in the last moment, so if you're playing Super Mario's brother, has no effect on the next experience. It just appears to be. So it's a program running. But actually, in that moment, the program is producing particular numbers in a certain way that makes it look like your last action in that program game has an effect on the next one. You can also look at a camera. So the way that we take pictures and the way that we used to in the olden days produce films is that we took multiple pictures, so all these still pictures, and then we put them together and then we put them in a reel, and then we put light through it and we moved the pictures really quickly, and it gave the appearance that one moment affects the next moment. And that's what's happening here too. It appears in logic, so it appears in time and space and distance and cause and effect, but actually everything is spontaneously appearing now from now, just like a computer game. When you play that computer game, it's that number, that's that precise codes that you're seeing. You're not seeing the effect of last codes, you're seeing those codes there in that moment, that particular picture. It's just the mind. It's the way our minds think, and we think it's reality. And we ignore so many other possibilities by this assumption that this present moment exists because of the last present moment. It appears that way in our reality, but it doesn't mean it's truth. But there's a conviction that that is truth. Think about a TV. Are you ever watching the past in the TV? Are you watching those particular colors in that moment? And those colors aren't a result of the past. Those colors are because the computer is flashing up those particular colors to create that particular image. But it appears in sequence, so the film seems to make sense. It's hard to explain. I'll tell you another way to explain it. So if you look at my arm now, my arm is moving. How do you know that my arm moved? Because you have the image of it being up here. But actually your experience right now is just this. But because you have this memory that works in the particular way that humans' memories work, you have an image that you hold that it was up here. And this is what your brain is always doing, but it's only our human particular brain that's seeing the world like that. It's seeing it through our particular memory stimuli. So it sees this movement, and it remembers that movement, and it gives it an appearance that everything's coming from the past. But everything's actually coming from now. For Khaleesi, my dog, it sounds like something that's really high intellect that I'm explaining, but actually it's really simple. For Khaleesi, my dog, nothing's coming from the past. It's just appearing from now, but she doesn't even think about it. It's not even odd. It's just the way it is, because her memory is not that strong in order to be constantly creating images of time. The thing is if you really question time and you really question this assumption of past and future, then what you realize is that you're actually suspended in the middle of nowhere, and that's really freaking frightening for the person. When you see that you're always suspended in nothing, then that's really frightening for the person. It doesn't like that. It likes to be always producing past, future, past, future, past, future, so it can know where it's going, and it doesn't feel like it's naked and vulnerable in the middle of nowhere. And actually, we're always in the middle of nowhere. That's what life is. That's the magic of this crazy reality, is that we're in the middle of nowhere. We've never been anywhere. We're never going anywhere. There's no back, there's no future, there's only this. And it's empty. And it's full, and that's all there is. Everything else is thoughts and images playing. Doesn't mean they're truth, but they're thoughts and images, but we take them as humans as truth and the way it is, and it's not the way it is. It's just human limited perspective that can only see these three dimensions. Merci.